Yo, what's good? Sleepwalker Entertainment. I'm here with Matthew Ali, and
Yes.
we're gonna get right into it, man. So where you zooming in from?
So right now I'm in Brooklyn, bro. Yeah, bro. We were celebrating last night with all the Slizzys. Didn't make it back home to Jersey. I'm from Jersey, and
Hmm. Hmm.
we had an eventful night last night, celebrating of course the Drake placement that Cash
Hmm.
got.
Hmm.
So yeah, bro. I'm just now recovering from everything, bro.
Yeah.
I'm here.
So I I peep the ring. Is that a MH is that a
MHPG Sound,
MHPG?
yeah. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. So
That's the
that was
logo.
so I assume all the Slizzys have rings of that.
I mean, everybody kind of got their own pieces.
Mm,
Like
mm,
Cash got the Slizzy chain, Chow got the Chow chain. I happen to have this. Everybody kind of got their own swag with it.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
But that's definitely the vision though.
Okay,
Wait,
okay,
damn, the shit
right.
disconnect. Oh yeah,
And
that's definitely the vision for everybody to have like matching pieces. We definitely gonna get there.
okay, and what is Slizzy mean to you? Can you break down that phrase to like, those who don't know?
Slizzy, Slizzy really it's a way of life, bro. Like that shit is just Slizzy is being free, bro. Like doing what you want to do. My bad, I'm putting lotion on my ass. She has hands. Slizzy is just being free, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Being free, acting bad, being on your own type of time, man. Just having fun. We
Mm-hmm.
young, we lit, we young and turn and lit, and we moving slizzy.
All right. Respect. And you said you're from Jersey a little bit earlier. One of your songs is because I'm from Jersey myself, so I'm familiar with a lot of towns. One of your songs is called
Pipe, pipe.
Tree Snack NJ. So are you
Yeah,
from Teaneck or do you just have a connection to that town
nah,
or like
nah. I just wanted to make a play on the name of the time. That's a good catch though. I like
yeah.
that. That you been on your shit. Um, damn, nah. I'm from Mapso.
Okay, okay. And
Yeah, yeah.
Tennisboywill is also on there. That's another Jersey
Mhm.
guy. Montclair. Do you have any
Yeah, that's the
from
homie. Yeah,
Montclair? Like how did you connect with Will in the first place?
man. So me and Tennis. Funny enough, he's a bit younger than us. I knew that nigga like when he was in high school type shit.
Hmm.
He had this song called Dora. Like this is like I'm
Yeah,
saying like
yeah, yeah.
2015, 2016 type shit, like way back in the day. And so we was always just like, oh, like this nigga's going crazy. And my man's is his cousin. My son
Mm,
Space Lee. Space Lee is part of MHPG Sound. And yeah, them two niggas are cousins. So I think we got connected either through that or just like we was just supporting what they had going on. You know what I'm saying? Like they was just going crazy.
facts. Okay. All right. Where
Hell yeah.
that's what's up. Yeah, yeah. It's good. It's good to see like strong Jersey connections because
Yeah.
overlook. So with what y'all are doing, Tennis Boys, Bam Man Real up in Newark, like it's just like a lot of collective
Yeah.
strength in the state
A
right
nigga like me, bro. A nigga like me, I never been too cool to be like a fan of somebody else's music. Like if you going crazy and you got your shit going on, I'm gonna support it. I'm gonna fuck with it. So like,
now. Facts.
yeah,
Facts.
bro. I'm all about the togetherness, community, unity.
Okay. So I got a question. Are you into like kind of like older music? Because I peeped this one thing. Say that you love me. On
Yeah, yeah.
that song, you interpolate the melody from "Love Me" by the Cardigans, and I thought that
Mm-hmm.
was a pretty interesting like take on
Yeah.
that track, really flipping it. So like, are you into
Hell
music
yeah.
like that? Is it mostly like that song specifically, or like how did that come together?
I just always loved that song, man. I'll tell you what, I was at Rutgers University in like
I
2019
went
and
there.
20
I went there.
uh,
I
in New
graduated.
Brunswick.
Yeah, New Brunswick. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you're familiar with Douglas Cook Douglas campus,
Yes. Yeah.
but I was over there.
That's
I
where I
was at Mabel Smith Douglas Library, and I
mm,
was sitting with my homegirl in the library, and we were just running like a bunch of songs on YouTube. And like I think she was like, "Oh, could you play Love Fool by the Cardigans?" And I
mm,
was like, "Oh, like I love that song." Like, and we were just bumping it. And it was like that day specifically, I was like, "Yo, I want to do something with this." So I
fact.
was working with that record for like a couple years, just that idea.
Mm,
And it kind of came together at the beginning of this year when we did Say That You Love Me. But I just always loved that song specifically. But like when it
fact.
comes to samples or just like how we find inspiration, bro, it don't be no like, of course, bro. I love the classics. I love new shit. It's just whatever it takes to get that idea across, man. Wherever that creativity comes from, I'm gonna just pull from anything, bro.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. So it's never like, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's how that song came together, and we were talking about MPH
Mm-hmm.
and MHPG earlier, and like the
Yeah,
Slizzy
yeah,
movement in general. Like, how
yeah.
did you guys all like find each other? Was it like geographically the internet, or like just being
Sometimes
around?
I don't even know.
Hmm.
Now, what it really was is like, so the whole Slizzy movement is kind of it's just this big network at this point, bro. Like, so you got the MHPG guys, like of course me, Mally, Cash, and that faction of things.
Hmm.
And then I think when we met the Dollhouse niggas, because
Hmm.
Cash and Chow really connected like really organically. They were just on some like they became friends through Clubhouse and shit like that. So then we
Like
get around
the
them and
app.
they're mad genuine. Like I'll say one thing about like Chow Lee and Lonnie and all the guys from Dollhouse, like just us connecting, like bro, we really friends with them niggas. Like it's not just like making music. Like
Hmm.
sometimes we just like hang out, we go outside or like you feel me? And we travel to mad cities with these guys and shit. And it's just like they're like the coolest. Like they not even like we not even like rapper friends or whatever. Like it's just all been organic, bro. And then I feel like everybody friends just got mixed in together, bro. It's like niggas from Nate friend group, niggas from Cash friend group, other artists. Like sometimes like you feel me? Like we met Vontee on some studio shit, or Vontee met Cash years ago.
Hmm.
I couldn't even man. We gotta do a documentary to connect all these dots, bro. But everybody just came together genuinely, bro. Like one thing about the Slizzys is it's nothing forced about it. Like everybody really fuck with each other, and we all got each other best interests. So yeah, bro, it's just cool, bro. It's just cool to be a part of something like a movement like that.
Yeah, nah, it's always fire when things just connect like naturally, and
Hell yeah.
everything falls in a line. So speaking of that, connection and how y'all make music together, would you say that a lot of y'all are like recording together? Is it like a room studio, like situation, or like actual studio sessions? Like,
I'll
what is
tell you what,
the
this
process?
nigga Cash, this nigga Cash will record some shit right in the living room. A
Mm,
nigga like me, I got to set up at the crib, so it's just like I kind of have like a recording booth and like a you feel me? So when we at my crib, it's like it feels like we really at the studio. But bro, we be at Quad, we be wherever it comes together. That's where that shit come together.
nah, that yeah,
We've been at
that's
pirate.com a lot too. Pirate Studios, that's a good place to record. If you ever on like on a budget, pirate.com because they got just the bare essentials, but it's all you need. So
word.
we record at Pirate a lot, but it'd be crib setups and studios. It'd be both.
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, you really don't need much. So I definitely like appreciate
Yeah,
artists who are down to get out of anything. I remember I learned
some
that.
of the best songs, some of
Yeah.
the best songs we got, we made that shit just in the fucking room, bro, like in the bedroom or in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Like no setup for real.
So do you remember where you recorded "Say That You Love Me"?
I want to say I did the vocals definitely in my crib,
Mhm.
if not my room specifically, probably the basement.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
And
but definitely at the crib, just recorded myself.
okay, and what about like the new stuff you got going out, like "Sexy Bestie"? Like, where
Sexy
how did
Besties.
that song come together?
Yo, this is my. I've been waiting to tell this story.
Mhm.
So I locked in recently with the one of the producers. So there's three producers on Sexy Besties. Is Berk, Camo, and Dreams, right? And me and Berk have been connected for dumb long, bro.
Mhm.
And I just never really hopped on any of his beats, not because they weren't good, but like I just get sent so many beats, like it's overwhelming sometimes. So it's just like I was in Cali after we had did two shows. I did like a Huff. I did something for Huff, the brand with the weed
Yeah.
socks. And
Yeah.
then we did our own party the next day, right? And then after that, I got the beat for Sexy Bessie. I was up at like 6 in the morning, just running through beats out of me and Burke's thread.
Yeah.
And it was called Convince. And I remember it had like a different bass line, different tempo. And one thing about Burke, and this is what I appreciate about any creative, is like he's very good with revisions. Like if you have like an idea of how you want to change something, he's not gonna like. Of course, like he has his own direction and his own idea of what things should be, but he's very good at like being collaborative and shit like that. So I was telling him, oh, could we change it like this? Could you add this part? Could you change the bass? And then he just got it like I say like 3 or 4 versions. He got it like perfect to like what you hear now. And so I'm driving between Oakland and like Modesto. Modesto is still part of the Bay Area, but like it's
Mhm.
kind of out the way. It's like 2 hours away from Oakland. And I just remember driving like after I first heard like the final version of the beat, and I just kept freestyling. And I kind of had my verse. I had my verse before anything in that song was done. And I just knew it was gonna be called Sexy Besties. That's another thing. I had the title before I had anything. Cause
Mhm.
like when me and Vontee first locked in to do our album, I just texted him like a bunch of song names. And I was like, yo, we need a song called this, a song called that. And I've never done that before. Like I never just made the names before, but I was like, yo, Sexy Besties is like too perfect. Like, how
Yeah.
has no one ever thought of this? And so yeah, I did all that freestyling shit in the car, landed back in New York like 2 days after that. Immediately, that's the first thing I recorded was my verse for Sexy Besties.
Mhm.
And this was before Vontee hopped on it and everything. And we had no hook. And then I remember, so I was working on damn, this is a lot to unpack, but um I mean you're a journalist, so like I know this is your job, but I'm just trying to connect all this shit in my own head. But so the way we got Chow on it, I'm doing an album with OnTheRadar also. I'm working on an album with Vontee The Singer and an album with OnTheRadar.
Yeah.
And so I'm at the actual OnTheRadar like studio space, working on the album and shit. And Chow had he did 2 appearances on that album. And this is also the night that this nigga has his own album release party. And
Yeah.
so like I played him Sexy Besties literally just to play it because I like Sexy Besties wasn't really for the OnTheRadar album. It was just like a song that I was working. It was a demo at that point really. And I played it because I always kind of wanted him to do the hook. He's like, oh, load it up right now, like do it right now. I'm like, yo, and it's like a clip on my gram, like you could even see. I'm like, yo, are you sure? Like, and he's like, nah, like let's just go for it. And that nigga's incredible, bro, because he could really do. I would say in a span of 30 minutes, that nigga did 3 features,
Oh
and
wow.
all of them shits is they all pain too. Like it wasn't no bullshit. Like
Mhm.
he's not. He's that nigga's the real deal. That nigga Chow is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, the chemistry is definitely very evident on the songs that like we hear. On
Hell
the
yeah.
and on Sexy Besties, like there's a lot of Lower East Side references. Mugs
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
Mugs talking about this and that. So can you like take me through like an average LES night with like Slizzy crew, like what y'all
Man, okay. I feel like the spot we played the most at LES. I don't know. I first of all, I'm from across the bridge, so I don't know the exact boundaries of each neighborhood. So, who if niggas hear this and I get the neighborhoods all wrong and the boundaries fucked up, like I apologize in advance. But I want to say that the spot we do a lot in LES, you could do kind regards. Kind regards is like you feel me. Shit is going on pretty much any night. They got good margaritas. You feel me? Um, we used to do pianos a lot. I feel like niggas don't really do pianos anymore. SNS is vibey though. SNS. I got this one homie, Brandon. He be hosting SNS a lot, and
Brandon,
you know what I'm saying?
Brandon Lamont or nah?
Nah, his name is Brandon Mason.
Okay, okay, word.
He's also an artist. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But nah, bro, it's just so much you can do outside, man. So that's really where that came from. Like I met her at SNS. You could meet some very lovely ladies at SNS. Um, yeah, bro. It's just a lot to do outside. A lot of places to get drunk, for sure.
Yeah, and you said you said you were in Brooklyn yesterday, right?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Well,
that's a
where the
little that's a
fuck were
little
we at
deeper.
yesterday?
Yeah, there's I
We
see,
were in Brooklyn yesterday.
yeah. I see
Yeah,
on Slizzy
yeah.
lore popping up with Casa Maya. Like what's good with that show, bro? Like, what do you have to say about that spot?
You don't want to, man. Definitely not a place to look for love, man. That's the devil's playground for real, for real. Nah, Casa Maya was like, I really don't know how. I think so. We did our Sound or Drown. Shout out to
Mm,
Pax, by the way. Shout out to Pax,
mm,
Pax DeLeon, because he booked the Sound or Drown album anniversary. So this is like June 24th, this
mm,
past June. And then ever since then, shit has been heavy.
mm.
Every fucking week, I swear to God, niggas end up at Casa Maya. I was there last night.
It's just
I'll
it's
tell you one thing. And the owner, man, I don't really give a fuck what anybody thinks. So I'm gonna just say it. Only bad things happen there, bro. Only bad
oh
things
yeah,
happen
now
there.
my homegirl got her phone jacked there, and
You
we
might
talked
get
to the
jacked.
bartenders. We talked to the bartenders, and they were like, some phones have been
Yeah.
going missing. So I was like, yo,
So
what
it's always something going on with the phone.
that
It's
mean?
always somebody fucking fighting. But like we just be there to have a good time. Again, that's not a good place to look for love, but a good place to look for drinks. Shout out to the bartenders at Casa Maya.
Nah, 100,
But
100.
yeah, that's been like I don't know, bro. That's just been we gotta I don't know, man. I don't wanna get like fried because like we bring them a lot of business and we have a certain relationship with the staff and shit. So I don't want to make them look bad, but nigga, only bad things happen.
Yeah, you
Okay, at
gotta
least
keep it real.
outside,
You gotta
out
keep it real.
front, out front, only bad things happen.
You gotta keep it real. Yeah.
And nah, there's definitely
Y'all move as a unit. You're talking about, you've spoken about the studio sessions. So I want to talk a little bit about like the MHPG album, how that was created, Dangerously in Love. Do
yeah,
you have any perspective on that song, what was going on at that point?
yeah.
No.
Dangerously in Love was literally I loved the Melly song so much. I just literally wanted to hop on it. And then when I brought it to Cash, he hadn't even heard the Melly version. So
Mm,
I'm like, okay, I got this beat, and this is how like I want you to do the hook a certain way. And he was on some like, Destiny's Child, Beyonce in his mind. And then I played him the melody. He's like, bro, like we just took another nigga song. I'm like, nah, it's really like a remix. Like, you feel me? I just always wanted to remix that song, and that
yeah.
was just, like my vision for it. So then me and Mally did our verses after he did the hook. And that's what shit we recorded that. That's another one we recorded just like in the living room of the basement in Queens at Cash Crib.
Mm,
You feel me? Using them. We didn't even have like acoustic treatment, so we had like the blankets around the mic and shit like that
yeah.
to make like a makeshift booth.
You gotta thug it
And
out.
yeah, that's I think numbers wise, that's my biggest song. Cash has a whole bunch of shit going on now, streaming wise, but like even to this day, that was my first shit to hit like 1 million streams.
Mm.
Um, and yeah, it just that shit just worked.
Yeah, getting the formula down, and I think I definitely see that in every project, like
Yeah.
continuous evolution, and obviously, with what's happening now, like it's only going like up and up. I'd like to talk about another artist that we've actually interviewed before.
Hmm.
I call him the Jack Harlow of the Slizzys.
Yeah, yeah.
Man's B-Jax. What's your relationship with B-Jax, man? How talk a little bit about
Yeah,
which
yeah, yeah. B-Jax, I feel like we've been like we ran into each other a bunch of times like before we really really locked in. At first, I didn't like him at all. I did not like that nigga at all. And then I met him at a sound check when we were doing an event in 2020,
Hmm.
and that was like the first time I met him like in person. And he's very humorous. He just kept cracking jokes. I'm like, yo, why am I even like mad at this nigga? Like I feel like a dork. So we just became cool from there. Fast forward to 2021, we got him on a song with Mally Smith. Because we recorded Mally's project at my crib,
Yeah.
and we had this one song called "Walk It Out." Um, and we were just always like, "Yo, B-Jax would be such like a good fit for this record. Like,
Hmm.
let's just bring him over." So he just came. Like, we might have been recording at like 1 a.m. He got there by like 2:30. Did the verse that night, and that was like the first time like we really really kicked it. And from there, we just became close friends. Like I swear, like everything after that was just us bonding, nigga. Like I went through a pretty rough breakup, and then nigga, like anytime I needed to like talk on the phone with somebody, B-Jax was always there. Like you feel me? Or just pull up to the crib, we go to the diner, like just being homies. You feel me? And when that nigga went through some, he was going through some personal shit. We was just, you feel me? Niggas just bonded, bro.
Yeah,
Niggas be there for each other, shit like that, bro.
that's real. That's real. Yeah, definitely
And
sense that.
that's my guy. Like that's literally so like I feel like we kind of met through doing like the feature, doing like the open verse, but
Mm.
everything after that was that's just my brother, you feel me?
Hmm.
Like we really became brothers.
So that dude's like like very punchline centric and stuff.
Yeah.
Like what's
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
what's your writing style? Are you punching in? Are you writing like verses? Are you freestyling? Like
Okay.
how do how do you kind of build a track out, you
I
know?
definitely personally I definitely prefer to write.
Mm,
But I definitely have my moments where I punch in and just make it up as I go along. Like
mm.
I have a song on my most recent project, ASB2, right? I have a song called Sean, and that hook, like I freestyled it and kept making it up as I was going along. But like something like Say That You Love Me, I definitely had the direction and just sat there and like was able to pen out the meat and potatoes of the song, just writing it. So I feel like I prefer to write because like I like having something to say,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah,
I'll tell you, one thing about my process. My favorite songs are the ones that just appear in my mind. Like I love when I have an idea for a song and it just comes at once. Like the beat and the song comes together. Like Can We Fall in Love? That's another song of that same project. And it's just like I might have been like in the shower or something, but like that chord progression and that hook just like came to me. And
yeah,
I love when it's like that.
yeah,
Those are my favorite moments. But like I said, man, whatever it takes to get the idea across, whether we're freestyling, writing, manifesting the song 100%, like however we got to get it off, man. That's how I'm gonna do it.
yeah, yeah. And
So I
that
try to be flexible.
Yeah, yeah. Always got to adjust. And you talking about like can we fall like this, the song Can We Fall in Love? I feel like, whether it's like Apple Music or Spotify, like I feel like, the rankings and like the stats behind a song don't always necessarily like communicate like what might be like the best track or whatever. Like just because
Of
it's like it's based
course.
on like, popularity and
I
stuff.
agree.
In your opinion, what's your best song that you've ever done? Like your favorite song of
Oh
your
man.
own, you know?
I think my best song, like overall, it's a song off my um 2020 project called Colorado. The song is beautiful. That'll
Mhm.
probably be my best song. But like my favorites of my personals like work, it fluctuates a lot, man. Like I have moments where like I got a song called Calling It Off. That'll be like my favorite for a week.
Mhm.
I got a song called I Don't Like My Face. I Don't Like My Face is like that's like me. Like it's so personal. Um Say That You Love Me is a great one. They're all my babies, man. But I think Beautiful might be the best.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
But
No,
yeah.
that's good to know. And how do you, you know, 100 years from now, Slizzy, movement, there's statues in Washington, D.C. of like all of
Right,
the
right, right.
people and all that. Like how do you want to be remembered? Like what, like when people say, Matthew Ali did this and that, like what do
Yeah.
you want your mark to be? What do you want the legacy to be?
This is something that I don't ponder enough.
Mm,
Like that's a good question, man. Um, how do I want to be remembered? I just want to be remembered as creative in every sense of the word, bro. Like as a Renaissance man, bro.
mm-hmm.
Like I put my hands in every piece of this. Like whenever you're getting like a product with my name on it, like I just want people to know, bro. I be involved in art direction, creative direction, the video treatments. I'm engineering my own shit. I'm producing it,
Yeah.
producing for other people,
Yeah.
creative direction for everybody. You feel me? Just every part of this process, like I just want to be remembered for being it's like super involved, super
Yeah.
hands on,
Yeah. You
and
creative
just yeah,
directed you creative directed the album cover for Pretty Girls
for
Love
Cash.
Slizzy,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah. And
So how
that
did
was a crazy one
yeah.
because he had like 40 different covers before I even came into the picture, bro. And a lot of them, she's like, I was trying to help him pick one of those. I'm like, nigga, these shits are excellent. And it's not even that they weren't good. I think he just wanted something that kind of fit his vision a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But so I told him like, yo, Deli, like exactly what you see is like what I kind of described to him. I'm like, we should do it like this. And he just trusted my vision, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And so we linked up one night. We were honestly, bro, I don't even know how it happened that night because it took us like 2 hours just to like get started, bro. I think we might have been waiting on the models or something. So we
Yeah.
ended up at a motherfucking hookah spot, getting
Mm-hmm.
drunk and shit, drinking fucking margaritas, all the Slizzies. And it's just like, bro, aren't we here to like, isn't this a work night? But we just ended up, man, we ended up just moving Slizzy, bro. And then finally, like everybody got there. Um, and we kind of just did it. There was like a bench that the store had. They kept putting the bench up. They wouldn't let us use the fucking bench. I'm like, bro, this is history. Like, are you dumb? But they wasn't trying to jack us.
Yeah.
They kind of tried to kick us out, and we was like, nah, fuck that. Like, we just shooting this shit. Like, fuck that. And we got it done, bro.
Yeah.
And then shout out to Tony J. Claude. He was the art director, so he did like the graphic part that you see, like where how we made it say "Hey gal" and the letters. Um, Shout out, of course, to Pax. He kind of, well, not even kind of, he co-created, directed that the whole shoot with me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he was there. He was shooting BTS, of course, giving direction on set. Shout out to Rohan who took the actual image. It definitely was a team effort.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was my first album cover in a little while too that I got to really
Okay.
touch.
Yeah, so you were saying how, you were about to do the shoot and then you ended up at, the hookah bar that was obviously
Hookah
live and
spot.
stuff. But I that phrase like working hard or hardly working, like y'all definitely seem like you're always working hard but hardly working. Like you make it very fun. So
Yeah, not and it has to be fun, bro. It
mm,
definitely has to be fun. Because it can get overwhelming, bro. Like one thing about us, I will say, my niggas, we are not slackers, bro. Niggas put every inch of their soul into this shit. So it'll only if you're not having fun while working that hard and dedicating that much of yourself, you'll go crazy. You feel me? So you have to make it fun, bro. Like last night, honestly, was one of the most fun nights we've had in a while, bro. Because
mm,
it was just like it's been nonstop grind, 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 and then like such a big moment happens, you got to
going
take
through
that
it
in and just
for
have
labor.
fun, bro, and
Yeah,
just enjoy that shit, bro.
totally. How
And
did you
everybody's
feel when you heard that? Like obviously you probably knew before, but just hearing that Drake placement, what was going on with that, you know,
yeah,
how
yeah,
was
yeah,
that feeling?
nigga, incredibly fucking proud. Niggas gotta understand, Cash is like probably like out of all my friends, that's probably like the one I've been locked in with like the longest. Like that's probably like my oldest friend.
Mhm.
And so just like nigga, we used to stay up and wait for fucking Drake projects to come out, bro. Like if you're reading this too late. Um, we used to stream these shits on OVO Sound Radio when they would come out live, bro. I remember he was one of the first people that I ever listened to the album Nothing Was the Same with. Like, nigga, we had like one I had one headphone, he got the other headphone, we bumping shit like 305s in my city. So it's just like for the moment to come full circle and he appears not only on a Drake album,
Yeah,
but as track 3, bro,
yeah,
not track 29 or whatever. He's right at the top of that motherfucker, bro. It's just incredible, bro. Shout out to him and Power Up Trav. I'm could not be more proud, bro. Like
yeah,
it just makes my entire soul happy because I love seeing Cash win, bro. Because when he wins, it shines a light on all of us.
yeah. A rising tide lifts all boats, and yeah, no, I'm sure that it's only up from here, dude. A lot of so what do you like? A lot of articles that come out about y'all, journalistic coverage. Like everyone's like Slizzys, they're like the horniest rappers of all time. Like it's just like
We're
so.
like a it's like a horny
So,
ASAP
so is
mob.
that like a self-aware thing, or is it just like natural to y'all,
Yeah,
or like what like
yeah.
it's like, oh, it'd be funny to talk like what's the perspective on that,
I'd say it's a pretty honest reflection. Niggas is pretty horny. I feel like women would agree.
Okay.
It is. It's
Yeah.
good. So, great marketing, great branding, great self awareness.
Yeah, because the first time I like heard some of these chats, I was just like, damn, this is kind of OD. But I was like, but somehow it's like something for everybody because it connects with the women because they're like feel seen and like niggas are obviously on the same type of timing. So it's just like really just it's marketing genius. So I was so
Yeah,
applause to y'all for
yeah.
for coming out with that for real. And real quick, you said Chow and Cass they met on some clubhouse shit, but
Hmm.
how did you meet Cash initially?
Bro, I know Cash since I was like 6, 7.
Hmm.
We went through like some summer camp shit, bro.
Yeah, because
And
you
we
y'all
just locked in.
we're in Jersey, correct?
Well, he's from the Bronx. I'm from Jersey,
Hmm.
and we just got connected through like a program type shit. And we became so close. It was kind of like, man, fuck the program, like just come over, bro. And that niggas just we just became a part of each other, family type shit through that.
Mm. And it's
Yeah,
just been locked in ever since.
literally, bro, literally. Like when I started making beats, when I started making music, we started making music at the same time. I literally have the first beat that he ever sent me. It's like on my hard drive. It's from 2011, and it's called like LML.MP3. That's the first time he ever sent me a beat.
That's crazy.
Because what we really were doing, we were like, he kind of taught me how to use virtual DJ, which is like a free DJ software.
Yeah,
It's kind of like Serato almost.
know about
And
that.
we were doing like our own mixes. So like he kind of taught me how to do that. And that gave me a great understanding of tempo and like what kind of songs exist in certain tempo ranges. And that also taught, I think both of us, it taught us like song structure because when you're DJing and you're making transitions, you have to be aware of where the hook and the chorus and
Yeah.
the bridge and like every part of the song is. So like that was kind of like our introduction to that. And then really from there, we both started making beats, but what we really, really were doing in 2012, we were making Jersey club music. Like we were making our own shit at the same time and just like emailing our shits back and forth to each other. And we even made a few together, like even back then.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because like now all of the placements are Jersey Club and like
Well,
that's like the whole wave right now.
taking
And
over.
that's really launching careers.
Yeah.
And it's just like nigga, we were designed for this shit. Like it was written.
Yeah.
Um yeah, I don't even remember I don't know how I got on this tangent, but yeah, we both I feel like I always say that he taught me how to make beats simply because when we were kids, he was my point of reference on like what was good and not. Like I would send him shit and he would give me the feedback. And like he was just always like a kind of like a step ahead of me sonically. So I was always studying like how he put his shit together, even when we was like 14, bro.
All right, word.
Type shit.
That's good. So it's deep in the rap, man. And so
Yeah, yeah.
what's next for Matthew Ali? You know, what's on the horizon?
We're gonna get this Vontee the Singer. So I'm doing an album with Vontee. We're gonna get that motherfucker out
Mm,
October. It's overdue. I was trying to get it out in August. Really trying to get it out. Really like September was the goal, but we just kept cooking that motherfucker, bro, and it keeps getting better and better. But I want to get this shit out to the people. And I
that
know that he definitely does as well, bro, because that's something like working with Vontae is he's like my favorite person that I've ever like made music with, honestly. Like we just got this chemistry. And this is like the most fun I've ever had making music, like in a long time. So we've been like locked in, like hammering away at that motherfucker. So yeah, I just want to get that shit out into the world. And then right after that, I'm executive producing. So I'm on my DJ Khaled shit, I guess you could say.
yeah.
And I'm like A&Ring and executive producing the project with on the radar. So that's gonna have a
Mhm.
lot of really, really cool features, bro. We got like a lot of I don't want to give away too much, but like it's I feel like we got like a who's who of like everybody from the bubble, everybody from the movement
Yeah.
that we're in. So that's gonna be really like just a nice special thing to get out for the towns, man. I feel like people
That's
are gonna appreciate what we put together, bro. But we've been working very hard on both. But definitely in the immediate future, you're gonna get this Vontee project out ASAP.
okay. A lot of Jersey club on there, I'm sure. A lot of
We
drill.
got some. I feel like and like the producers that so Berk, we got two producers executive producing it this time. One is named Berk, one is named Jiggy. Shout out to both of them. They know like I'm very hard on like, oh, like it's like sometimes it's like too easy to do Jersey club and drill. So I've been like kind of pushing for like a different
Man,
set of sonic textures. But we definitely, of course, like, you know what I'm saying, of course we're gonna give the people, you know,
yeah,
we got
gotta,
some we got some
always
we
gotta
got some
return to the
sexy drill shit,
yeah,
and sexy club
yeah,
because like that's our foundation. Like I'm not here to you know, put a stop to that. Like that's our foundation, and that's I feel
mm,
like our bread and butter. But
mm,
I'm just more interested in like what we can do beyond that, you know.
growing,
But it's
yeah,
always, you know, it's always gonna be club, bro. Like I said, we've been doing this shit 10 years, bro.
word,
And I love everything that's going on in Jersey too, bro. Like
yeah,
it feels like a renaissance,
it's
but
a
most
hundred,
importantly, like
yeah,
because we've always had a sound, bro. If you grew up in New Jersey, bro, like going to like parties as a middle schooler, as a high school, that was the soundtrack.
yeah,
Was DJ J Hood, DJ Lil Man, Sharp Hands, Frosty, all these people, you know, Miss Porsche, so many legends. It's just like Lil C4, Mike Gibb, um, Natus, even like everybody, bro. And that was just like the soundtrack to life for me. Like as especially like that was my start into like doing my own music was DJing and doing club and shit. So I'm always here for that shit, bro.
yeah. We every generation, standing on the shoulders of giants, so seeing what they did
Yeah,
now and what y'all are able to take it to now, it's been
yeah, yeah,
fire.
yeah.
It's
Hell
been
yeah.
real fire. It's been real fire to see. But yeah, we like I said, man, we here with Matthew Ali of Sleepwalker Entertainment, and we appreciate you taking the time to speak with
Of
us,
course.
break down everything that's going on right now. Seriously, man.
Hell
So
yeah, bro.
thank you, Doug.
Thank you for having me.